Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Cho Super Hyper Podcast. Hope everybody's doing all right. I am again Super Blastex with
Toku Tony,
and we're here again to cover this past weekend's Superhero Time that aired.
Hell yeah!
Excuse me. So as usual. Well, actually, first, before we get into it, don't forget, guys, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Part of that is, I'm going to give a shout out to some people that we met earlier this week that did help subscribe.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that when we get into that topic. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We want to hear from you guys. We want to see your participation in our Toku content, because I think we would work better as a community. So don't forget, like, comment, subscribe right here on YouTube. How was your week?
Pretty good. It's the eventful thing that I did was with you. I went to go see Kamen-rider.
That is true. We went to go see Kamen-rider.
Today I just went to Daido, the Japanese market again. We were running low on Ornament C, so I went back to get some more. And a lot of different stuff. Like Yumi and Omar just tried that
It's open.
steak Lay's. Oh, it's just straight up, yeah, open. Nice. It tastes like real beef, like real medium rare beef. It's awesome.
My thing about chips like that,
Looks really good.
that have like themed like flavors,
Uh-huh.
is at the end of the day they are still potato chips. So you should at least still taste some of the potato part,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Nice. No, I see that. That's valid.
And I don't know if I did. I think I did. Yeah.
I did not.
So usually whenever I taste these like special, crazy, wacky chips, I do taste the potato or the corn, whatever the chip is,
Right.
and the actual flavor is light to me.
I just tasted medium rare steak on that one. It's really good.
Yeah, we tried Japanese.
I think it's Chinese.
Yeah, so you got those, and let's go ahead and get into our. We can talk about the experience more because we do plan on watching Shin Kamen Rider again tomorrow.
Right. There's a second showing.
We're gonna be giving it a second showing, so that we can, get a better sense of the film.
Uh-huh.
Even though I don't think I really need it. It would be nice to watch it again. So
Nice.
because we're supporting.
Yeah, definitely.
My cough should be covered. Remember, it blocked it when we overheard it.
Mhm.
When we heard during the practice. So yeah, we want to get a better understanding of the movie, and if there was something we didn't understand, we'll get a chance to check it out again. I like the idea of watching a movie a second time before we can review it. Because when I reviewed Mario here,
Uh-huh.
I had already seen it three times?
3 times, I think.
Something like that.
And then you saw it another, 3 times?
I always saw it 4 times in theaters.
Only.
But yeah, so we can talk about our experience watching Shin Kamen Rider the first time.
Yes.
And that was this theater here.
Yeah.
You used to work there.
I did used to work there. It was not a very pleasant experience for me. But I did like all the movies that were happening at the time. I almost got fired because of one of the movies that was happening at the time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Rocket Man.
Right, but you got fired.
Yes, I got fired. Straight up. No, I got fired because I didn't come into work.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to cover for my shift, and I told everyone that I was going to go to Austin. And it was one of those things where I requested those days. I got those days off, but since somebody wanted to take my shifts to cover those hours, the manager thought, all right, let's just fire this guy. So they did.
Yeah.
Pretty
so
good.
the theater we got was one of the ones in the back where they sort of put the movies that are like at the end of their life cycle.
Yeah, they're going out.
And this is obviously an event. It wasn't like a normal open to every theater around the nation. It's a special event for Shin Kamen Rider.
It was what they who hosts it? Fathom Events. Fathom Events. Okay. They always do the special anime stuff and all that. And they're usually in Theater 3. Every time I saw the international movies or the anime movies, it was always in that either Theater 3 or Theater 6.
Now, what's interesting is I saw Spider-Verse yesterday there.
Yes, you did.
And I saw it in Theater 3.
What? Why Theater 3?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well.
Anyway, we saw Shin Kamen Rider here, and it was really fun. Shout out again to the guys who we met, because you guys subscribed, and I hope you're listening.
Yeah, good stuff.
We didn't get a chance to hear you guys out or like stay and chat because I had a friend who I brought who I had to take home. Otherwise, we would have stayed and chilled with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. And I had just gotten off work, and I was super tired. I wanted to get home and lay down. But yeah, it was really nice meeting all y'all guys. We met a cosplayer that was there dressed up as Ichigo.
Yes, we followed him.
Shout out to Jet Cosplays, Jet_cosplays.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool guy. He has 2,000 followers.
Nice.
Pretty good. Yeah. He shoot, I forgot. He was just at Akon.
Oh, okay.
Con here. Yeah. And he's always posting on his stories about other cosplayers. So if you want to like meet other cosplayers in the area or just like see other people you want to shout out, he always posts other people that he sees around. Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
We met him and a bunch of other people. We didn't get the socials for everyone, but since he was in cosplay, we got his. I showed everyone the channel, and they most of them subscribed. It was pretty good.
Yeah, another new subscriber is also on YouTube. His name's Toku Time. Go ahead and check him out as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for again subscribing. Thanks for hearing us today. If you had a chance. But yeah, it was nice running into fellow Kamen Riders. The movie was at enough screens here in Houston that I don't feel these guys were that far out.
No.
It's kind of cool to imagine at least that these dudes are local. I don't know if that's true or not because again we didn't stay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice to imagine that we have some local, tokusatsu fans.
Yeah, that was the thing I was thinking about too. Like afterwards, whenever we all came down and started talking, they were staying there for a while, so it seems like they didn't have anywhere to like rush off to, like as if they were 10 miles away.
No, that doesn't affect much. But yeah,
I like that we have people around us that are like Toku fans. I like how you said.
Yeah.
We could have gone to AMC 30, which is the last movie that we saw there. Was that the Marvel movie? Was that? Or was that at Cinemark? No, it was at Cinemark. Well, AMC is a really nice theater. The last time I checked, there was more than half of the tickets sold for that one. So that was a pretty big event. I didn't see any pictures from that theater specifically, but that would have been cool to go to that one too.
Yeah. My biggest regret probably is I didn't even think to bring a belt.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't have an Ichigo belt, which obviously is what the movie is based on, the very first Kamen Rider.
Yeah, two of them had Ichigo belts.
Yeah. One of them was full on cosplayed.
Yeah.
But the only drivers I have are the game driver and the Sengoku driver. And I have the Bogo Visor and Bogo Visor 2.
Uh-huh.
Which none of them really feel appropriate to take, but thinking about it, like it doesn't matter. I could have just brought a Kamen Rider just to play along.
Uh-huh.
So I think I'm gonna take one tomorrow.
Oh, sweet!
So we'll watch it again.
Actually, the people that are there, the seats, it's looking pretty good.
Oh, you just checked the seats again for
Yeah.
tomorrow?
So like, there's 5 or 6 rows of seats going up the theater. We have 3. We're at the very top.
Mm-hmm.
Us 3. It looks like everyone below us is also a 3 group going down the way. So that's really cool.
Okay.
It's gonna be a good turnout, which is surprising because this is the second showing that they didn't really promote that much. But if you're in the circle, you already know that it's going to be a second showing.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen that much promotion for the second one. Yeah, it's looking to be really nice. I'm just glad to see the theater again. We were going to go to this theater originally because this was the first one that popped up whenever the tickets were being on sale. So it's nice that we're actually going to it again.
Yeah.
But man, I can't wait to see this movie again. I loved it. Absolutely.
Yeah. I do have initial thoughts. But I do want to save them for the full-fledged review we're going to have.
Yeah, definitely.
So stay tuned for that. That is going to be uploaded most likely Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because this is going up tomorrow, and then we're going to record our review tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll either go up Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on... It's probably Wednesday, just to space it out. Kind of like we did the Dumb Bros versus King-Ohger reaction. A review.
Which, speaking of that, that got great views. And we posted that the day of going to the Shin Kamen Rider movie.
Mm-hmm.
That has great views on it. That already passed the podcast. The previous podcast.
Yeah, because it's shorter.
Yeah, you think so?
Yes.
Really?
Really. We'll kind of get into that too a little bit. But yeah, if you have a chance and you're listening to this on Monday, and you want to watch this movie, look for a screening today.
Yeah, look
Monday.
Look for it today. It's going out
because that's it. It's your only chance. And I'd really like the idea of supporting Kamen Rider official Kamen Rider releases here in America.
Anyway.
I want more Super Sentai stuff because I lean more towards that. But what can you do when Power Rangers owns that like licensing here in America? That whole thing is just complicated. But yeah,
it's pretty tough.
So that wasn't the only movie I saw this week.
No, it was
not.
Like
I said, yesterday I did watch Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Into this?
And that movie, no exaggeration, is the most beautiful, gorgeous film / piece of media I have ever seen. Every single frame, every screenshot, everything on that movie is a 10 out of 10. The movie did not make me emotional in terms of the story or the characters or anything like that. Not because it didn't affect me. It did. It was a good story and everything. But the visuals of this film actually made me emotional. Actually made me want to tear up from just how beautiful they can make this movie look. I really hope that the other animation studios in Hollywood or around the world get the right kind of lesson from this film. It was said a lot when the first Spider-Verse movie came out. How nice that looked and how different the animation was. They did, stuff in 30 frames per second, 60 frames. They were jumping around styles and all this. This movie playing with the universe thing even more. This movie's animation style, artwork, and everything made the previous one, Into the Spider-Verse, look normal, look like a regular animated movie. That's not to take away from how beautiful Into the Spider-Verse is.
Mm-hmm.
Into the Spider-Verse is still a great looking movie, but Across is just that much more beautiful. I almost want to recommend people watch Across the Spider-Verse without having seen the first one, because unfortunately I don't see it anywhere available for streaming unless you want to buy it on like your platform of choice, YouTube,
Amazon.
I think it's $10 if you want to own it, which is worth it. Into the Spider-Verse is a good movie. I just was hoping to stream it before going to watch the second one. But for now, yo ho ho. Across the Spider-Verse, yeah, that movie was fantastic. Mm-hmm. And I went by myself because my niece, who loves Spider-Man, had to go see it opening day, so she did. and I had to go see it, but Friday I guess I wasn't motivated enough, and I felt it would be too crowded anyway. So I went Saturday morning at like 1 p.m.
It definitely would have been too crowded. I saw the seats that were being taken up.
Yeah.
They had told us their seats that they were going to be in, and like to see if there's a seat next to them that was open. There was one seat in between the family of them and then the other people. Sold out show.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Yeah, and then the show that I went to was pretty full as well. It wasn't sold out because I had the seat next to me empty. But it was pretty packed, and it was a nice theater experience with people reacting and, you know, all that stuff. Which reminds me of Kamen Rider, where people were reacting to the stuff you should be reacting to when we're watching Kamen Rider. But again, we'll get into that in the Kamen Rider review. I
guess that's the only thing we can like really mention from this experience of Kamen Rider was the reactions from this specific group of people. Really appropriate. Like like you expect to go to a movie like a crying baby and all that stuff like that.
Oh, I had the Spider-Verse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was only like during the trailers, and then they kicked that baby out or something.
Well,
hunted it.
I'm really glad everyone that went to our showing of Shin Kamen Rider was
not babies.
Not babies, and very respectful of everyone else in the theater and all that, and just like watch the movie. Didn't be distracting or anything, because I heard some people that watched the movie had that experience, and that's a shame, really, because like we're all here to watch a movie. Just be calm about it.
Yeah.
Granted, I was vocal a little bit about some stuff during the movie. A little bit.
During the movie?
Yeah, during the movie. Like
vocal?
Yeah, like gasps, oohs, and ahs.
Oh, okay.
And like at the end, I was singing with the song.
Oh, we all were, I think.
Yeah. But you know, you give and you take.
Yeah.
I'm glad our people were good.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to see Spider-Verse pretty soon. Maybe tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow.
Whoa.
Maybe Wednesday, whenever I get the chance, since I've been on call this whole week. I haven't got a chance to like go out anywhere except for Dido today, and even then I got a call today while I was over there at Dido.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
did you do it?
I did. Yeah.
Wow.
The place that I was going to, the patient's house, was actually not too far from Dido.
Cool.
So yeah, it's a good thing I went in my van. But yeah, I want to go see Spider-Verse.
Why not Tuesday?
I could go Tuesday. I'm not sure what I have planned for Tuesday. Since I'm on call, or since I'm not on call next week, I don't think I have anything planned that day.
Okay, so that was pretty much our whole week, right? We didn't really do much. I mean, I finished way more mini pla. I had a field day with the kids I was with last week.
Oh yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
And you're done with that?
And I'm out of work again. Hey. I'm still applying places, but
Venmo in the bio.
My Venmo is still in the description here on YouTube if you feel generous to support the arts. So I had a little bit of time this week. I finished more mini pla. All my Kaku Ranger mini pla is done, I guess, except for Ninja Man that's coming in on Tuesday.
Oh, Ninja Man.
But I did the Kaku Ranger mechs. I'm looking at it right now. I love the way my mini pla look. I have them all separated, so there's no mech made. Everybody is in their separate individual, like dinosaur, rhino, tiger, all that stuff.
There's no gatai.
There's no gatai. You're right. Yeah.
It's all just animals.
Yeah, because I had a backlog of mini pla, and I was like, no, I gotta finish this so that I can move on. And then we did cover last week the reissues that were the reprints that were not commissioned, that revealed. But yeah, on field day, I was out in the sun all day. I was helping move around chairs and coolers full of ice and Gatorade and setting stuff up, and Thursday wiped me out. And I'm still dark from being out in the sun that day.
You came home pretty red.
Yeah, I'm a pretty tan man right now.
Came home like red. Pretty good.
I'm a darker shade of brown right now, which I actually like. I'm trying to stay in the sun for a little bit more. But it does drain me. Being in the sun drains me. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm done with the kids. I'm done with subbing for now. Again, I am still applying to jobs, but I'm gonna throw my Venmo in the description here if you feel like it. Let me know. And even if you do that, leave a note. And if you want a drawing, if you want voiceover work, anything like that, I can do something for you to make it worth your while. But yeah, that was pretty much my week.
Sweet.
You have anything else?
Not off the top of my head. Not something that's like popping out at me. I'm just really looking forward to the next showing, and I want to get into playing more games, not just like on the channel, but like me personally.
Oh man, yeah, Street Fighter 6 came out, and I'm not playing that, and it upsets me.
Yeah, it came out. I was hearing all about that this whole week, even though I don't play Street Fighter. I've been hearing about that all week, so I'm trying to get into more games. Maybe Street Fighter.
Street Fighter is one of my legacy video game franchises.
Right.
I always follow Street Fighter, just like Mario, just like Smash Brothers. I don't have Street Fighter 6 because my PC cannot run it.
Right.
And normally whenever I do get a new Street Fighter, I get it with a new PlayStation. So Super Street Fighter 4, I got a PlayStation 3. That was a reason I got a PlayStation 3. Street Fighter 5 was the reason I got a PS4. Street Fighter 6 would be the reason I get a PS5.
Uh-huh.
But your boy's not working.
Yeah.
And right now, especially right now, I don't see the point in spending all that money on a PS5.
Right. There's
my PS4 that I got was used.
Uh-huh.
And it's still kicking strong. It's an original model PS4. It's white, but it's an original model.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's not a Slim, it's not a Pro.
Right.
I could get Street Fighter 6 on the PS4, but that's not. Nah.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
You want to look for a used PS5?
Don't.
No.
I don't need that right now. And I don't even. I also don't have the new Zelda game.
Oh yeah, Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm not trying to spend money like that right now.
TOTK.
Obviously. Not until I get an actual job that I can buy stuff with like that. Sounds like that is it for our week. So we can move on to the actual episodes.
Yeah.
Now this time we're gonna try something a little different. If you heard our Don Brothers versus King-Ohger reaction review, we didn't go over the movie step by step like we usually do for the episodes here. We basically gave our review on it, and we had the clips of the episode, pictures of the episode play in the background while we talked about it.
Right.
So I want to try to do that today.
Yeah, let's do it.
As we get into this past weekend's superhero time.
Superhero time.
And again, we're gonna try not to just mouth what happens in the episode as it happens. If we need to discuss what happens, we'll go over it. But it's reflected in how fewer pictures we took this week as well. So do you want to talk Kamen Rider?
Yeah, let's do it. So this week's Geats introduced the new form.
Geats.
You
said Gates.
Oh, like the Fies guy? The guy that looks like Fies? The guy in Fies? This week's episode introduced Cute Mach 9.
Mm-hmm.
Boost Mark 9.
Mark 9.
Really cool form. Really cool gimmick. I love the white and the red making it a kitsune, which is what he's supposed to be.
So this is being called the final form.
Yes.
I don't know if it's official. I'm sure I'll get some comments correcting me, and I appreciate those comments every time, I promise.
I love the comments.
But this being Reiwa, I'm just not going to buy that this is the final form. Mostly because lately in the Reiwa shows, the final form is kind of like the base form,
Yeah.
but it's like labeled stronger.
Yeah. So if this is going with the regular Reiwa formula, he would have the Mach 9 belt, or like that specific belt with that item, but he would have a boost magnum.
He would look like, yeah, he would have that loadout.
Yeah, he would have the regular loadout with
Yeah.
that Mach 9 belt.
Now that form that I had the picture on, that's Mark 3. So
Right.
it's not fully unlocked and everything.
It's half of it.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
a third of it, but yeah.
oh yeah. He tries to get his mom back. Game Master Soel, or the producer, whatever he is, stopped him in his tracks. Keiwa's still reeling from the fact that his sister got eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
There's a funny little moment in this where she says henshin, but she's actually referring to the skincare products right here.
Yeah.
Keiwa falls over.
It was still comedy.
Oh, he's comedy writer for sure. Geats throughout the episode, throughout the first half of the episode, is in this shadow room with another fox guy with the fox mask.
It's his, I think, I think I read that it's his consciousness or something,
Oh,
but I
okay.
think it is the QB9 buckle.
Oh, okay.
I think it is the belt that he's talking to.
Because it reveals in the end of that sequence with the black room that it's him under the mask.
Yeah.
It's Ace's face underneath that mask.
Mm-hmm.
Also throughout the episode,
What do you think about this happening where basically Niram confronts Soul about getting a replacement for Mitsumi?
Yeah, I thought it was
Mitsume?
Mitsune. Like Kitsune.
Is that right?
I think so. I think that's how I remember it in my head. Yeah, this is really good for Niram's character. This is like really on brand for him.
Mitsume.
Mitsume with an M. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He chose passion over professionalism, which is what Soel says in parts of this episode. In a part of this episode, saying that the act of putting like the code for another goddess of creation into the current navigator to make this navigator, there's no like story in it. There's no like there's no drama in it. It's all made up. It's all fairy tales. So Niram says, what's the point of making all this lies when there's no like story in it? There's no drama.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Suo's like, the fuck? Okay? What's wrong with you? Are you defying me?
Yeah, and then Nama shoots him.
Yeah.
Samas.
Like Samus Aran.
Yeah.
Yeah, just straight up shoots him. And says, I'm your successor.
Yeah, so she's gonna take over as a producer.
Yeah. Which I did not see coming. Honestly, I didn't see that coming at all.
Nobody really saw that coming, except for the people who read the leaks of this episode before it came out.
All right, just a little small note on that.
Uh-huh.
Leaks every single week. What's going on with that?
I don't know, but I'm not really
too keen on that.
saying anything about it.
Yeah.
It just happens. Whatever.
But like only for Kamen Rider. It's crazy.
I don't know. It might happen for both, but more people care to post about the Kamen Rider one.
I see.
Especially since in King-Ohger, we're not getting huge revelations like we are in Geats, and that's because, of course, Geats is in the end game.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even record anything about Gotchard. We could have recorded a reaction to that.
Okay,
being a thing.
We'll do that later. Put a pin in that. I want to put a note for that because I have some thoughts about that.
Okay.
But anyways, we get back here. It reveals that obviously that's his face and all that. We get back to whatever. Everyone's leaving. This is the grand end portion.
It's happened.
All the future people leaving out this portal.
You're still summarizing the episode, by the way.
I know. Kyun really wants to get Nago.
Mm-hmm.
Can't. Zine, they both leave. Geats meets with his mom this episode. That's really cool. That reminds me of, how he's a he's a kitsune. He's a nine-tailed fox.
Mhm.
That's a thing in Naruto that happened.
His
Naruto
mom?
met his parents in like this
Oh
the
yeah,
astral
yeah,
plane
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I've seen like that panel or something.
It looks awesome in the anime. It looks really good here too, with Mitsume's weird mouth thing going on throughout the episode,
Yeah,
where she was talking but not talking.
there was some anime imagery in this episode, especially.
Yeah.
This felt pretty well done. I think because it looked so well done, it made me think that they did this wherever they do King-Ohger. Because King-Ohger has this blend of, the void type thing. I think this whole sequence happened because of how King-Ohger is shot. Because you look at this and you look at Saber, Christ.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's some gaps in quality there.
And that was only 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Definitely not gaps in storytelling.
the episode before this one, 2 years ago, was when Saber walked up the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh, he ran up that thing.
So yeah, he ran. Yeah,
Quote unquote.
he skedaddled.
Oh, he yeah.
He zoinked.
It was a meme for a while. So Geats gets that QB9 form, the QB9 gun, along with that form.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got that with the help of the goddess of creation, which he gets at the end of this episode. He gets the powers of creation. And I think that's from this scene that leads in, like, she gives some of her powers of the end to him at the end.
Yeah.
Because the form is the form, but I think the actual ability to change the world comes from her to him.
Yeah.
Really cool fight scene at the end, too. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
What did you think of the episode?
It was nice. I like the implication and the revelation. That's another anime shot right here.
Oh, so many anime shots
The way
in
he
this.
was running up and the camera angle and everything. And look at how the floor, the horizon line, it's all very stylized. It looks really nice.
Yeah. I wonder who directed this episode.
Yeah. So yeah, he's finally saying goodbye to his mom and everything.
Final fight ensues. Cool henshin begins.
Yeah, this is a big toy.
Yeah, it's thick, isn't it?
It's big.
Golly.
So I thought it was cool. I want to see how they handle this creation power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially since in the preview we do see that there is another game master coming.
Yes.
So the game is gonna go on. So what was the point
Yeah, like what?
of the great end? If they're just because the great end is supposed to, even it says at the end title screen, the great end signifies that the game is over in this era and they're gonna start it in another era.
Mm-hmm.
But next week the game's gonna restart in this era again.
I think it's because Soel is still in the universe. Even though he's beaten, he's still there, quote unquote, if he didn't go through the portal at the end, which is why we still have him and Mitsume. And I guess this new game master, I think he still has some pull and force on what goes on.
Yeah.
That previous slide, the one with showing the actual, the one before that Geats boost Mark 9, that looks so cool. It looks straight out of Initial D, any of the racing games that come out of it. That looks like a mouse per hour gauge. It looks sick. So he gets this cool gun. He gets the powers of creation, which is shown off in this really cool fight scene that he gets. Super anime again. I want to know, yeah, like how you said, I want to know the limitations of this.
Naruto has like a circle drawn on his stomach too, right, or something?
Yeah, that's his. That's the seal,
Yeah.
which is just like this.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
it's not just Naruto either. It's just
Yeah.
Japanese folklore and all that.
I was gonna say I don't know if that's part of the folklore, but folklore. Oh, those eyes are so cool. It's such a good character.
The eyes remind me so much of, or they make me think of at least, Danganronpa.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, the Trigger Happy Havoc.
All that stuff.
Yeah, that looks good. Oh, he does a cool little moment where he shushes the camera or the music.
Yeah, the music, the intro's playing. We didn't get an intro in this episode.
Oh yeah.
But the intro plays during this last fight scene. And yeah, he goes, shh, and then the music dies out, and then he keeps whooping ass. This was weird. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't even say my thought, but whenever we get final forms in Kamen Rider, when they debut, they're OP as hell. They are just unstoppable. And then a bigger bad guy comes, and then there's a struggle or whatever. This dude can create whatever he wants in this world. How do you stop that?
I think because those the power of creation comes from the belt itself, a DGP belt. I think Soul still has leverage over that, even though it's not like something that they created. I think just because it is still DGP stuff.
But his buckle's not from.
Like from what?
DGP.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but because it's still like the Desire Grant, like the belt itself.
Okay.
Like there's still some of that. But other than that, I don't see any other way that they could nerf this guy.
Yeah. So he whoops still, and that's the end, right? Yeah. And then the two. So it went from Desire Grand Prix. Is that how it looked like at the beginning, right?
No,
it's totally different.
Totally different.
This is Geats is doing.
Yeah, so it turned from the Desire Royale of once the grand end is over, everyone leaves, to immediate cut to Geats is the goddess of creation in this world. He can do whatever he wants.
He's the god of creation.
Yeah.
Kekara and Beroba were not anywhere to be seen in this episode because they made their wish where they can stay until they get their big laugh or their big despair.
All the riders are still there.
Riders are still there, but they did lose their memories.
Right.
But in the preview, you notice that Buffa says, "Why are you the only one that? Why are you the only rider?"
Right.
So Buffa remembers everything. I think in the preview for the next episode, it does say Geats gives everybody back their memories.
Oh, cool.
Again, he's OP. Like,
yeah, he's OP for real.
What do you?
This is his world.
Exactly, it's his world.
It's his world.
I don't know. I think what they could do, and I don't know if they want to do because it might change Ace, but I think they could make it so that he's playful with it and he lets the game happen. Like, I actually want to see what happens too. Because now that he saw his mom, he, got kind of closure with her, and he got this amazing power. It kind of feels like his story is wrapped.
Right.
We don't need to do anything with him anymore.
I see.
What do you think?
To build off on that sounds really good. For him to be like this overseer. His story's wrapped. Now he is the god of creation. Now we can let the other people.
Oh, I just want to see Kawa
wrap up their. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I want to see Kawa. I want to see all the people that died come back to life, and Kawa be like, "Oh, this is all I ever wanted.
All I ever wanted.
All I ever needed."
So that you made me remember that they announced part of the movie cast. The Geats summer movie.
Okay, yeah, that also happened.
And we saw Punk Jack, of course, he's coming back. We saw the old dude who was a bird.
The owl.
He was the owl.
Yeah.
And the best writer comes back from Geats. Lopo. She's finally back.
Yeah, man.
I'm so excited. I popped off.
You did.
Actually,
so the commercial trailer happened right after Geats aired. So as soon as we were like, "Oh my god, that's so cool, Geats' new form and all that," the trailer immediately, and then it showed the three symbols of the people that were going to be there. So Punk Jack, the owl, and then the blue wolf. And Blast X here popped off immediately.
Yeah, she's back finally. Jesus.
Yeah.
If I'm super happy because she's amazing and everything. I really hope they don't bring back Natch Sparrow too, because they could.
It's gonna happen. No. You see, they're gonna bring back Natch Sparrow in the show.
That's fine.
Lopo's only for the special.
I mean, it's not fine because I don't want him at all. But let her have this movie.
Yeah.
Let her have this movie come back. Even Punk Jack being there is like, yeah, he's back already. Like, what?
What's crazy is that Punk Jack is He's the main character of that movie. He's in the middle. He's the main one.
Sure.
If there is a main person, it might be Punk Jack, since he's like more integrated into the story right now.
Yeah.
But definitely seeing Lopo time to shine after she got disqualified so, oh man, disrespectfully, and then having no comeback is crazy to me. I'm glad she's back.
Turns out somebody else was the Among Us.
Damn, that was pretty good.
What? That's what that was.
I know. There was an imposter.
I wanted to.
Yeah. What are you looking up there? I see you're typing stuff over there.
I want to make sure that it was Punk Jack in the center.
Yeah.
It's alright.
You could find the trailer easily on Twitter.
Yeah, there it is. Punk Jack is in the center. Who cares?
He's front and center. He's main character.
Sure.
Good.
Yeah, Lopo. Finally. Anyway, back to the episode. What were we saying?
Oh, I was wrapping up.
Yeah. What? So, you want to see Keiwa's? I'm not gonna lie. That would be pretty interesting if the narrative shifts and we get like Keiwa's story.
Yeah, which is what I've wanted this whole time. What I'm really hoping is that, like how you said, Geats' story is wrapped up. I want everyone else's story to be wrapped up in like a nice, neat little bow. And the only way to do that is for Ace to become Niram in a way, producer or whatever, oversee the games so that Keiwa could bring everyone back. Neon could have everyone forget her. Sarah, whatever her wish was, I forget. And everyone else. Buffa, he could have his friend back, I guess.
See,
Whatever.
if we're gonna go, and this is just, I did read something about this, but I'm gonna assume based on what we see in the preview, Geats gives everybody their memory back.
Okay.
Buffa is the one that would not give their memory back to. That's just a problem.
Yeah.
There's just issues.
He's problematic.
Hey, remember that you want to kill
Everyone?
Kamen Riders? No, you just want to be a construction worker. Okay, yeah. Just do that then.
Yeah.
But Ace is going to be like, well, no, I have to, everybody or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know.
He needs justice for his friend Toru or whatever the fuck. And then have him get his memories back and have not those god powers anymore is going to be satisfying for the rest of the cast, I think.
Yeah.
I think we're only getting the main cast next week. It's not going to be Naj Sparrow or Punk Jack or anyone else of like the extra variety. I think it's going to be the main four. Not even Sara, I don't think, at the end. I don't think I saw her.
We'll see. I mean, she's still alive and available, and she's still credited in the show.
Yes.
I just realized, we didn't get an intro, and we don't know what the intro looks like.
Right.
Yeah, so it's going to be a whole new intro next week.
Whoa, we skipped over Niram dying.
No, we didn't.
We said that he got shot and that she was going to be the successor, but we didn't say that he died.
Well, I mean, imply that she's going to be successor means he's not going to be around anymore.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, he's dead. So
Yeah.
Niram is gone.
He died with a real gun.
Yeah, straight up real gun. It's a future gun?
I call it a future gun because it has white on the top. It's probably 3D printed.
It was a really nice looking gun, really clean and chic. Niram, super sad ending, but who cares? I liked the ending. It was very emotional, but it was like, all right, he's out of the show. And we did see him get his flowers on Twitter.
Yeah.
So he is done.
Yeah. He was a character.
I really liked his character, which is why I said like his death is fitting. I really liked that he chose drama, like over professionalism. I really like how he tried to push the story more and more, make it more dramatic, more storylines, more plot points, really up the ante. I like that about his character. He was very showmanship about it.
Yeah.
But that's all I got to say about Geats for now.
All right, let's move on to this week's King-Ohger.
Yeah.
King-Ohger. I really like this episode. Can you guess why?
I have a couple guesses.
We can leave it on this screen the whole time.
We could, but where's the fun in that?
Right there. On this screen.
What's the next clip?
Oh, okay.
There you go. That's the good one.
No, yeah, I like this episode a lot because it was very Jimeno Ran focused episode, and it referenced what happened in the previous episode.
Yeah.
I had mentioned before that these episodes, the first 5 felt like a movie, second 5 felt like the follow-up movie, and I was kind of hoping that the next 5 would also be its own like story of a movie, but I don't think so as much. Mostly because the one before, yeah,
the next episode will be 5.
One before this episode, where we learn about Yanma's like beginning everything. That had nothing to do with Jeremy.
Yeah,
it was a very much Yanma episode, which is fine, and this is very much a Jimeno episode. It doesn't have anything to do with Jeremy either. But those first 3 episodes or 2 episodes that were about Jeremy were about Jeremy. Because that was 11 and 12. 13 is Yanma, and then 14, this one, is about Ran.
Jimeno.
But yeah, the string that connects 13 and this one is that when Jeremy calls out his Tarantino, his tarantula shoe god, she sees the cicada come out with it, and she's like, "What the fuck is that doing with you? You own that? What is that? What's going on?" So she, as soon as he bounces, she's on his ass.
Yeah, immediately.
And she, tries to talk it out with him, but no, she's not having words. And she straight up whoops his ass. She beats him down. No hold back. So I don't know.
She angry.
I think she caught him off guard because maybe he didn't think she was that serious about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that just means that she really is the strongest one of them. I could buy that because she has that rage of her parents dying in front of her.
Yeah.
But the 6 is usually, or the 6 and the red are usually the strongest in a team. But still, she whooped this man's ass bad, man. To the point where it kind of affects him for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Where he's like,
he's pretty apologetic.
Yeah, she's like,
oh shit, man, I'm sorry, I didn't. Damn, dude.
When they're in their mech.
Yeah.
And he's still kind of controlling the 3 the 3 legends.
Yeah, the 3 legendary shoe gods.
He's sort of controlling them. He's like, "Well, no, go by my formation, go by my orders." And she goes, "What the hell are you talking about? This is my country. I'm defending it. Let us the hell go." Because they're in each of the legends. And he goes, "Okay, yeah." Okay, and then he lets him go, and then they go ham on the monster. And then later on, when he's sort of observing her and her interactions with this little girl who turned him in, his reaction is like, "All right, maybe I should stop calling her young lady." Like that fight changed his opinion on her.
Yeah. Start calling her queen.
Yeah, because he's lived for a really long time and he's way older than everybody. And one of his first things that he said about this team is that he doesn't think they're fit to be the kings.
Yeah.
And I think this was the convincing that he needed for her. This is a new bad guy, and he has a full suit, unlike the other bugs that we've seen, or not as monster-like. This guy looks more like a warrior.
He has a really cool design. And from his dialogue, it sounds like he's one of the oldest.
Yeah, he's an older guy. I can see him coming back. We do see him blow up, but that doesn't really mean anything else. That doesn't really mean anything in this show anymore. I mean, with them all being bugs, he could just be another bug that comes up. "Oh, my brother, you killed my brother," whatever.
Yeah.
But him not being a monster design kind of looks like even like a Sentai mask almost.
He looks like a final boss from some series.
He looks like he could have a judo figure made of him.
Oh.
I mean that'd be cool because we could use more bad guys, but I don't want to put stickers on this. This is so many. Look at all those lines and their intricacies.
Look at all those circles you got to put on there.
No.
So his character, he looks like a mix of Shinken Blue with his mask, and the rest of his body like Evolt from Build with like the halo around him and like the dysmorphing of like his whole mask thing.
Yeah,
a really good suit.
Yeah, he is based on, we find out later, a water strider, which are those bugs that like their feet can like not float on top of water, but they're like on water and they can slide around.
They like glide.
Yeah. So it was a kind of a two-way thing that she did. When she went to confront Jeremy last episode, he had taken their swords and she got him back. And she's still very high strung on catching him, which I like.
Her whole demeanor changed this episode.
Yeah, she was on a rampage kind of in this episode, which was kind of refreshing, and you do kind of understand it because of the stuff that she went through. So yeah, I did really like this episode because of her.
Yeah.
Because we needed that, I think. Just more character building. And we still haven't seen, when we're gonna get a next episode, but we still haven't seen the tarantula. We still haven't seen the tarantula in robot form.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I thought we would get that way earlier, maybe last episode. But yeah, that last fight is still just in bug mode. I'm excited to see next week because we're gonna see him actually transform, and he's gonna also use the arms on him.
Yeah. They have a cool mocap setup for the bug.
So it's very much mocap.
Yeah, it looks good.
So and here she whoops his ass too. Just completely
really
wrecks
cool
the monster.
anime sequence right there.
Yeah. She kicks his shit in, which is great. Like she's just being merciless on everybody.
Yeah.
It's great. You love to see it, especially since as you're with her and you're experiencing this, it does feel deserved. I mean, she does need to chill, I guess, because that's not how kings and queens operate.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that they're sort of on her about is like her image to her people, and Gira's like, Jill, dude, like you would not want to show yourself in front of your people like this, would you?
Alluding to like Rackley's.
Yeah, he kind of it's scared that it's not said, but he maybe sees that like urge.
Yeah. The tonal shift
that he sees in Rackless, he maybe sees in her. We also find out that this Mofun cartoon was actually made to help Ran
cope with the death of her parents.
Yeah, cope with the death of her parents and sort of have her become a gentler person and stuff like that.
That's fucked up.
What?
They made a whole cartoon just for her.
Yeah, it's not fucked up. That's amazing.
No, I mean like that's fucked up that they had to do that for her. That's crazy.
I mean, look at how little she is. She had to control the country.
And it's crazy that she's not the one that's hooked on it. Rita's the one that's hooked on it.
Well, she is. She's referenced Mofun before.
Yeah.
Rita is, I mean, we've been over this, autistic. So
yeah, straight up.
She's going to like stuff meant for younger. She's going to like stuff meant for younger people. Kind of like Tokus.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
She do be stimming.
So yeah, like here again, Jeremy's presented at Ran, and he's sort of like still.
Oh, she gets the opportunity to kill him twice in this episode, right here, and then in the beginning fight where she's about to do that final blow.
She was about to do it to this man,
like straight up.
Yeah, this is the part where she's like, "This is my country. You're gonna let us go right now." So yeah, we see him here. He's sliding on the water, and then again, bug mode wins the day.
Man,
with everybody, and this is the part where he says, I should drop calling her young lady.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
golly,
talked about it last week. The episode ends with this, and this is sort of carried over in this. So maybe the way the next episode ends, I could justify it as like a third movie, those 5 episodes. Because this one ends with the cliffhanger of us seeing Kaguragi's sister.
Finally.
And where she's being held and everything, and Rackley's being the asshole he is, asks if he wants to see if Kaguragi wants to see his sister, and Kaguragi says I steeled myself to not see her or something like that. Just like it's to make the suffering not as bad or whatever.
Yeah.
But the preview for the next episode, and I feel like we can do this talking about the preview for the next episode because we're not
doing
covering the whole episode. But yeah, in the next episode we see the plan is Gira and crew are going to try to get his sister out.
Right.
Which I think is going to be a Kaguragi scheme. I think he's going to quote unquote accidentally let out that, Rackley's has my sister or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know how they'd get that information.
Yeah. It's got to be quote unquote on accident. Rackley's going to ask for help. But yeah, despite seeing the Spider Knight, Tarantula Knight, the warrior form of the Tarantula next episode, it doesn't look like it's going to be about Jeremy at all or any part of it.
No, maybe just the mech.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened in this episode where instead of King-Ohger coming in to save, Rand basically says, instead of apologizing or whatever, show that your actions and use the tarantula to fight or whatever.
We haven't seen King-Ohger this entire 5-episode arc. We haven't seen King-Ohger at all.
Yeah, we did.
Did we? Oof, hiccup. Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember King-Ohger in the last 2 episodes.
In the last 2 episodes, no.
Oh, so just 11?
He was there that's when Jeremy stole the 3 shoe gods.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And remember when Jeremy first appeared and he's look at that big monster? What about poop?
Yes.
Poop is that whole thing. King-Ohger comes out there.
Yeah. It feels like I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, it has been a minute, and that's intentional because
they're showing off that spider.
Yeah, they're trying to sell that spider to you, even though I don't think anybody has it yet. It's not on sale technically. No. Otherwise, we would have seen reviews for it on YouTube.
Rita called Jeremy the Spider-Man again. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Jeremy's where he was during the Wrath of Gods, which is why Jimeno was after him, was because that cicada mech is synonymous with the Wrath of Gods now, and Morphina and Rita look into where he was 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out he was just sleeping.
He popped up. Some people found him in a cave. That's it.
They found him in a cave. He was hibernating, sleeping, and everybody thought he was like a prisoner.
The tagline was a corpse that will not rot.
Yeah, that's what it was. So he was like observed, like a freak show kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't responsible for, which I've been saying. I've heard the theory that he was the one that was behind Rand's parents' deaths. Hell no.
No, you don't think so?
I've been saying that for a while. That's way too rancid a thing for a teammate to have done for them to work together. Hell no.
Yeah.
So I
don't see how you could recover from that.
That's what I'm saying. It might really have been Rackley's, or one of his little helpers. If it's one of the little helpers, that's easier. That way, Rand can get a revenge. Boom, you're dead. Okay, move on.
Yeah.
If it's Rackley's, again, he has a hero form, or he has a ranger form at least,
and
that's, I think, in my opinion, tougher to sell the toys with if they're also a murderer.
I see.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think this episode was really great because again, we got a lot of Jimeno Rand, and we just got to see her just whoop ass.
Oh yeah,
it was fantastic. I really liked the yellow versus white fight. She did a good job. What did you think of the episode? I just been talking.
That's good. I really like the episode a lot, mainly because it focuses on Rand's internal struggle. This whole show we've seen her as like the princess, the prim, proper, I want this, I want that. I'm selfish in my own way. I really like that this shows more of her authoritarian, how you say, like regal, royal display of her. She can be that kind of authoritative person without being like childlike in that way. which she does have that side of her, but I really like that tonal shift to where she could really wreck shop. And she can do that at any point.
Yeah.
The only thing that's holding her back is like the people around her.
Yeah.
I really like that about
I wish the rest of the team saw how bad she whooped Jeremy's ass. I wish the rest of the team saw this fear Jeremy had in his eyes. And I wish this is followed up on somehow throughout the rest of the show, where Ran is mad and Jeremy's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Or, there's something where she has to fight and Jeremy is like, whoa, yeah, no, she's gonna, something happens later that references her strength.
I really hope it wasn't just him being caught off guard.
That's how they're gonna explain it. Because if the shitty thing is if they do references later on, they could say, "Oh, my lady, you caught me off guard that time."
Yeah.
Now watch as and then he whoops her ass or something.
Because Jeremy hasn't been nerfed yet. He's still the Death and Rock beating person that he was 2 or 3 episodes ago.
But was he beating Death and Rock? Because fake.
It was fake, but still, he put on a show, and he definitely beat up the King-Ohgers the last episode. He was beating up on them.
He also said fake to that too, though.
Yeah,
but yeah, he did.
But in the moment,
see, again, that was Rand being caught off guard,
right?
So they could just say that Jeremy was caught off guard or whatever.
I'd like that they don't do that. I like this. Himano's like the strongest.
Yeah. But yeah, that was good. That was fun. We are just at an hour.
Hey, last thing I want to say about Rita.
Mm-hmm.
I love that she's super into Mofan, and that whenever Jeremy brings up Mofan in his trial with Rita, Rita's like, talk about it now. Yeah. Explain now.
Yeah.
And then whenever Rita goes to explain Mofan to Ran, Rita's talking all fast, like, you don't know the intricacies of Mofan, like all that. I love that a lot.
Yeah, like artistic masterpiece.
She do be stimming.
You know what that means?
Yeah, to stim. Yeah.
What?
It's like do something that makes you comfortable while you're in that state. Yeah. Like scream, like how she does. I do be stimming.
I do like that she called out Jeremy too. Because Jeremy keeps saying read between the lines, and she goes, where in what you said is she supposed to read between the lines that you were fucking sleeping? What are you talking during the Wrath of the Gods? What the hell are you talking about?
Because Rand says, what were you doing 15 years ago? And
he says read between the lines or something like that.
He says exactly that. He says, look into it, read between the lines.
Yeah.
That's it.
And Rita's like, what did you tell him? Or sorry, Rita asks Jeremy, what did you tell her about where you were during Wrath of the Gods? And he says, well, I said read between the lines. And she's like, what what are you talking? What? And then she says, like, everything you say makes things aggressively more annoying or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like keep calling Jeremy on his bullshit, like the way he talks.
Morphonia comes with the evidence. And Rita says, Jeremy, how the fuck were we supposed to get that from read between the lines? Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's hilarious. I love the drama in this show. This isn't super traditional, but I'm really liking the drama.
Well, there was a lot of drama in the last season.
Yeah, but like Game of Thrones drama. But I think that wraps it about up, huh?
Yeah.
Think so?
It's also midnight. We just hit midnight.
Hey, look at that.
Thank you everybody for listening. This was a fun episode. If you have listened to our past episodes, and then you jumped into this one, let us know if you like this version better or the one where we go through each episode, each like part of the episode. Mm-hmm. I do prefer this.
Me
just
too.
Because we don't have to like painfully remember what happens in every episode. We just give our opinion on it.
Yeah.
I think that's better. But thanks everybody for listening. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. I am Super Blast X on everything.
And I'm Toku Tony on everything except for Twitter. On Twitter, I am Tony Toku.
We hope to hear from you guys. And thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.